All right.
So
Good
let's go.
evening, everybody. Welcome to our Property Wisdom Talk tonight. We are joined by the lovely Ron, who is going to get all techie for us. So we're not going to get too techie into the literally, how you build AI thingy-majiggies, but he's going to hopefully expand our minds into how we can be using the wonders of AI in our property businesses and what are the possibilities for us. So, without further ado, hand over to Ron.
Thank you. How's everyone doing today? Okay, nice. Um, like you said, I don't want to get into too much technical jargon, but it's inevitable that there is going to be some. So just by the show of hands, how much people kind of have an idea of the AI workflows and automations and that. So I would know how to sort of break down what I'm saying. Just a little bit, Chris. All right. All right. All right. So let's go. So the challenge and the solution. Basically, the challenge, I would say, is repetitive tasks that you could automate through AI. And not just repetitive, but there's other tasks that could take time. So AI could save you a lot of time in that space. So if we go to slide one, we go to understanding AI automation and property investment. So chatbots could help you a lot, Liz, in your deal sourcing. And one thing you need to understand about AI is a very bespoke thing for individual needs in different businesses. So what I usually do, I would have a call with someone and go through their business and see what workflows they have, how efficient it is, and how we could use AI, cut time, more efficiency, so you could focus on other tasks at hand and scale a lot faster. It's all according to your goals, how much you'd want to scale and that. So, like I was saying, chatbots could be used in many different ways. As Liz was saying, she have a deal sourcing business. With that, you could qualify leads automatically and get it on a Google spreadsheet. As soon as it come in, the chatbot starts talking to the person. They'll ask certain questions. You could set this up pre-conversation and it will qualify the lead or disqualified, but it would put it on different lists according to how you set it up. So that's one part of it. Document processing, invoices, any sort of data points that you get for your business. So let's say you run ads on Facebook or whatever, and you get in a lot of data coming in. It processes that data however you want. You could set it. This is just unlimited as to what it could do. Like I say, it's very bespoke. So I can't say for you it's going to be this, for you it's going to be that. But there's different ways that it could process all sorts of documents.
Interesting
Data,
stuff already. Thank you.
thank you. So data-driven insights with predictive analysis. So basically, I could set up an AI agent to do research for you. And let's say your business runs a Facebook page and LinkedIn and this and all different things, and you have a heavy presence on social media. I could set up a agent where that would do research for you every morning, analyze the research, send it to your phone for approval. Once you approve it, it posts it on your page for you. So all you need to do is approve it. So I could set up a trigger. It would do it over and over every morning at that specific time when the trigger goes off. And you will get the results first. Once you approve it, it's going to post it on all the medias that you engage with. So that's just a little part of what it can do. So the key benefits of AI automation for property investors: save time, a lot of time, because I had me myself, I have one set up the Zoopla and Rightmove where they analyze the markets, and I realized I got some information back where houses over 500,000 has dropped 7%. So the listings for houses over 500,000 has dropped 7%, but the amount of buyers in the market only dropped by 4%, which is not as bad. So all these sort of insights you could be getting automatically. So it's just what you want, your business, and the information you want to engage with. So we're gonna cut cost, of course, because it's just an AI automation. You're gonna pay for hosting. There's cheap hosting, there's expensive hosting, but it's not as much as hiring someone that you're gonna at least have to pay minimum wage to. So it's something like £24 a month. Who's gonna take a job and take £24 a month when there's this AI that could do what they can do faster, more efficient? I mean, I'm not trying to down on people. I'm not trying to make people lose their jobs, but this is where we are. Like I was saying, accuracy as well. And for you to scale, it's going to be much easier. But I always recommend that you scale gradually into AI. You don't want to automate everything at the same time because you're going to have a workflow that you're accustomed with. And if you put all to AI straight away and you're not actually learning how it's changing things and saving your time and saving your money, and you're not working out these things, it's gonna get confusing. So gradually get into it and we move on. The practical use cases. Well, I've been given some practical use cases from start, but sales and marketing automation. Joanna, this is your part here. So, like I was saying about the chatbots, it could help qualify leads and synchronize contacts, enhancing communication. You could get voice ones as well. So it's going to be an AI actually speaking to you and hearing responses and responding to what it's hearing. So these chatbots, they actually trained for that. And like I say, gradually get into it, because if I build a chatbot for you, it's going to learn your customer base and the questions that might be asked and how to respond to that. So each chatbot is sort of different according to what task it has to complete. Streamline operations, as I was saying before, automating rent collection and expense tracking. All of it always saves times and reduces errors. So it really doesn't have much errors with what the AI does. Once it's set up properly and it has all the tools that it needs, to get an error is less than 0.01%. So you might find in certain businesses, if you look at it, we might get some human errors and might cost money, it might cost time. All these things, you're eliminating all these things. We could have an enhanced tenant support. So you could set up a chat button, it's going to work 24 hours. And at the end of the month, you pay £20 for that chat button just to host it. So you have tenants in a property, something goes wrong at some point, it gets onto chatbot. Now you could program the chatbot to alert you as well. So the chatbot could send you a message saying, okay, tenant at this location had a pipe burst and there's plumbing, what. And it could also, you could also reply saying, okay, contact 24-hour, whatever, plumbing service that you connected with to go there instantly on an emergency, whatever. And it would do all the communication for you. You just pointing it in the direction. Okay, contact this person, do this. Contact that person, do that. That's all you're doing. And the chatbot would do the rest. Streamlining AI automation implementation steps. Now, this is where it's going to get a bit techy. So, like I was saying, small steps for effective change. And like I said, I would book a call with the person and find out step by step how your business works. And within speaking to you about that, it's going to come to my head, okay, this could work for you, that could work for you. Or we could put all this into one agent and it would do all these different things at the same time. Why I say use anything and Opal? Well, Opal is not in the UK yet. It's just it's just open to America now. But I use a VPN and I have access to it, but it's not really that popular in the UK yet. Anything is more bespoke in the sense that, and it's a bit more technical. So I would create an agent in anything, and there's something called nodes. So we would have a node for Facebook, and you would see the Facebook sign, and you know when you see something happening there, Facebook is working. So that's just what we call a node. So it's gonna have all different types of nodes for ChatGPT, nodes for Facebook, nodes for LinkedIn, nodes for that. So the node is just the technical jargon. It's just like an app. And there's gonna be like strings attached for different workflows. But in anything, you need to optimize the nodes for a specific task. So I would have to go into the node and sort of correlate it and instruct it as what to do. And that could be a bit technical. But with Opal, you just explain what you want and all that technical part is out. It just builds it and you use it. So we could wait for we have to wait for Opal to come in, but anything is what is more out of is more like cus customizable. You could customize it a lot more than Opal. So like we already done the AI for enhanced insights. So let's move on. And that's it. Really, any questions? Which I guess there would be a lot. Let me check the chat. I've been, oh, somebody, I'm a novice. So,
Chris had a question about, where was it? Using Zapier.
yeah, Zapier as well. Yeah, Zapier. I do. I don't really. That's my personal thing, but you could use Zapier. But I find it sort of not difficult, but I'm accustomed to anything, so I'm just a bit biased.
That's
Yeah,
rich tech that you're used to. Yeah.
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 Because I mean, what you'll need to understand too is by the time you'll get into it and start probably using anything more Opal, by this Friday we're gonna have something new.
Mm.
AI is moving at a colossal pace. So like every other day or every other 2 days, there's something new coming. To build websites, to do all these things is like that right now. People, I mean, programmers who used to build websites and all that, they kind of obsolete right now because it's just a prompt and you gain a website in like 10 seconds.
Okay. As a marketer, I slightly disagree with that one. But yeah, so I think there's lots of things to think about here. But I've got some comments, but I'd love to hear from the group here. Is that sort of sparked any interest from anybody? Is anybody thinking about using AI? Is anybody already using AI within their property business that's willing to just unmute yourself and share?
Yeah.
Do you have any questions for
Any
one?
questions? Anything that I didn't cover that you would like to know about?
I just wanted to say that I'd certainly be interested in using it. It sounds like it's good value.
Yeah, it is. It saves a lot.
Yeah, I think
Yeah.
definitely it's taking over from where we were talking about using virtual assistants. So you're going from someone from the Philippines or something like that to be doing a lot of that sort of manual stuff, keeping on top of what properties are listed in the markets and all of that kind of stuff. You can definitely
Mm.
do that with AI now. Um,
Hmm.
ChatGPT, if you're not already using it, please get on it. It's great. I
Yeah.
I know they're gender specific, but I talk to him as a him. Genuinely have emotional feelings. I've talked about this before. I have emotional feelings as a result of discussions with ChatGPT. Every
Hmm.
now and again, she goes, "You're doing a great job." I'm not on your plate. It's like it's okay. The emotion there is great.
Let me give you a tip for
Yeah,
ChatGPT.
yeah, go for it,
All
Ron.
right. ChatGPT works best with the prompt. So the better you prompt it, the
Mm,
better the output.
yeah.
So a little trick that you could use is use natural language, what you would normally type. Like, I want to
Mm.
find out about the property market. But what you do is ask it to give you a prompt. So you're asking ChatGPT to give me a prompt for ChatGPT for this reason and mention things like God mode and ultra think. So it when you do that and it gives you that prompt now, it goes into some assets that it don't normally use and it would generate like laser focus stuff for you.
Interesting. Would you mind just typing those two terms into the chat for us, just so that we've
Okay.
got those perfectly? Yeah, I mean the speed that I generate copy and things like that for clients, it enables me to keep my costs down dramatically. What's God mode?
God mode. I thought that's what you
That's
said.
what I said.
Yeah.
Yes, that's slightly concerning asking ChatGPT to be in God mode. If
You
anybody is
see,
religious on here, we are not having a dig. It's just a technical.
I mean, it's what works.
It's
is
the zeitgeist,
is what
isn't it?
works. Because look, what you need to do, think of AI as something that would respond to exactly what you tell it.
Mm. Yeah.
So if you're being very general and say, I want insight on the property market, it will give you a very general answer. Very, very general. The more distinctive you could be, is the more output you would get and the better answer you would get out of it. So this is just like a cheat code. So you ask it for a prompt to actually prompt it. So anything you're doing, even if you're creating a workflow, if you're creating ad on AI software, let's say Canva AI, or in video, you're making a video for your deal sourcing stuff list and you're gonna put it on Facebook or whatever, you go to Chat GPT first and you say, okay, in God mode, I would like you to ultra think, give me a prompt for a script that is gonna generate a lot of leads for my deal sourcing company, and
Right.
enter, it will give you the prompt. Then you take you copy the prompt and paste it back in there, and then kind of specify certain things after the prompt and press
Mm.
enter. And then you tell me about the magic in the group.
So in God mode, I want you to ultra think and then
Yeah,
you and give me a prompt for and then you tell it as much detail as you can.
right. So, and as
Yeah.
well in GPT, I'm not sure how much you all have your computer in front of you now, but if you go on GPT on the left menu panel, you're gonna
Mm.
see some options. One of them is GPTs. Uh, could you all see it?
Mhm.
Well, one of them is GPTs. So you go in there and you could get specific chat models for what you actually want to do. So there's a chat model for specifically for Canva. So it would be very efficient in Canva. There's a chat model specifically for building anything workflows. There's a chat. Whatever you think about, just type it in there and see if a specific chat model comes up and it deals with that specifically. So I was doing like architecture, 3D modeling and all that. So they have an architecture GPT there. So I was prompting it and getting different models and different variations of 3D modeling for houses and all that. So like what you would see on Channel 4 homes, how they have the models coming up and building all that kind of stuff. So if you're doing research, if you're doing whatever, you go to GPTs on the left side and start your chat there. Search wherever you want, and you would see different models come up. Choose whichever model suits what you're looking for best. And
Is that just on the paid version? Because it's not coming up on my free one, I have to say.
no, it's supposed to be on all.
Mhm.
Mm.
Let me see.
Yeah, I can't find it either.
Let me see if I could get it up on the screen. Chat G. I had it open before. All right, so could you all see it?
Mhm.
There you go.
I don't have that bit.
You
I
see
literally go from,
GPTs.
yeah, that's
But
not.
look at it. This is a free version here.
Oh, really? Mm. How bizarre.
So you go explore. This comes up, and mm, what should I look for? Someone help me. I'm not sure. Uh, Property.
Yeah, what about like looking through like Zoopla and Rightmove or stuff like that for
I'm not sure.
yeah.
Zoopla. There you go. Zoopla, Zooplankton community.
No.
I think there's that's, I
No,
mean, like,
yeah, maybe like property
okay.
search or something like that.
Yeah. Let's say anything, workflows. So searching. And you can see as well, there's writing, productivity. You see, you have an anything assistant, anything AI automation agents and workflow builder, anything. So you could choose one and it specifically deals with that. So it's already given you a cheat here. And then you go into God mode and ultra think and all these other aspects of it and magic. See, build a CRM automation using anything. So you can just click that and it's gonna build it. The end.
You must
Ron,
be lucky, Ron, because I've just asked ChatGPT why I don't have it, and it says it's because you're on a free plan. So maybe it's an American thing. Maybe it's because you're,
Probably use
yeah.
a VPN.
Ron, could I just ask, N8N, is it free to start with, or do you have to pay to use it at all?
No, it's free to start with. And what you do, you actually pay for the hosting. But there's a hostinger,
Yeah.
hostinger, 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 which hosts anything on their panel, and they're a host as well. So it's cheaper than anything, and you could still like build anything workflows in there. So that's a next bonus. You get cheaper than anything, but it still use anything.
All right, thanks.
So you get here, but the thing is, this information is free. You could I'll show you how to build the workflow and all that, but to actually automate everything, put in your APIs, because you're gonna have to get APIs after building the workflow. Because if you put a Facebook node up there, it's not gonna just automatically get information from Facebook. So you have to get Facebook API. For those who don't know what an API is basically a code that gives you access to the data that's flowing through Facebook or ChatGPT or whatever. It gives you access to the data and how it works. So all the working parts of ChatGPT is gonna be present in anything after you put in the API. So building the workflow is just building the structure of what you actually want to happen. Then you have to give it life. It's kind of like putting a soul into it, you know? So I'll show you how to build it, all that, but once I have to use my time, then it's gonna cost. But don't worry, I'll take care of you.
Yeah, so let's quickly go on to that then. So, how can Ron help you if you do want to build some of these automations and you don't know where to start? Ron?
Yeah, I mean, like I just show you on ChatGPT here, you get your particular GPT. So anything, and you get an assistant. Let's use this one. So put in God mode. You spoke. Okay. Simple as that. See, it goes into a different zone now. You see, it's reading documents. It's gonna be thinking. It's gonna take some time before it spits out anything at you because it's in God mode now. So it's really taking its time. It's going through everything.
Taking its job seriously now.
Yeah, it's laser focus now.
Funny. While it's just thinking about that, so I just wanted to give my two penneth worth really about some of the things that we can use AI for, and just maybe a little bit of caution. So when it comes to interacting with your customers, we've all been there, haven't we? Where you are going through a help center and you keep getting, now we've got an AI bot that's just trying to answer basically from a bunch of FAQ questions, and you're just going around and around and around in a loop. And you're just going, I want to speak to a person. I want to speak to a person. I want to speak to a person. And eventually you just give up, wanting to throw your computer out the window. So I would say to you, when you are first starting out, as much as it's nice to say, let's throw it all over to a chatbot, build up that relationship with your customers now, and really try and understand what it is your customers are looking for, what their concerns, their objections are, all of that kind of stuff yourself, one-to-one, so that then in the future, when you've got so many clients, you physically can't cope with it yourself, then you've got all of that knowledge to then put into programming an AI agent. So that would be my recommendation.
The difference, that's the opposite approach, because well, it's good, but the thing is, if your business generating a lot of customers coming in, not all of them, well, I wouldn't say customers straight away, but if it's a model where, like deal sourcing, where all of them is not a fit, is going to qualify them. So what you remain with is actual customers. You know, the conversion rate at this point is going to be 99%. Instead of having to deal with 100 customers and the conversion rate is 10%. So you see the difference.
If your packager is getting 100 leads, okay, then you guys are doing something amazing. Well done. I would say it's more like you're getting one or two week, maybe a month.
That's the thing. That's why AI comes in as well. So to actually run a successful campaign and all that, you could use AI, things like InVideo, VO3. These things, you could take a picture of yourself, create a script on ChatGPT, put it in video, put the script there. AI gonna have you say that script without you actually saying it. And now, with all that integrated, you have VO3, you have InVideo, you have all these things integrated. You could build an AI agent and just prompt it one time, and it's just gonna go and do whatever you tell it to do. So you could say, okay, now do a script for me to advertise my deal sourcing. I'm doing 2% finder's fee this time around. And you just send that to your agent. You're gonna generate a video, and the video is gonna come to you, and you're gonna see yourself talking that you never record that video, but you're actually seeing yourself speaking. So what I would say is think think outside the box and just talk to Chat GPT. And all these things are giving you all ideas of what it actually does
Yeah, yeah.
and how vast it
There,
is.
there are some amazing opportunities, I think, definitely around tenant management. I remember chatting to someone that took over a couple of rent to HMOs, and she took on two at the same time, and they were both, I think, 6 or 7 beds, something like that. And she was
Mm,
just overwhelmed with the amount of messages that were just coming through from her tenant. And so having a chatbot there to literally go, okay, it's okay. Let me try and answer some of your questions for you before we get
yeah,
the human involved. That example of there's a burst pipe. Okay, go here and turn the water off. It's
yeah,
kind of like a human doesn't need to do that bit. Like, let's get that bit over it. Do you
yeah,
need to call a plumber right now? Are you going to be in to let them in? Those kinds of questions can be asked, most definitely. So
yeah. And
that's
and
just a
look
broad
look
base.
at the results from the prompt in ChatGPT. Look at the difference when you say golden mode and ultra think. You thought for a while, love the energy, God mode engaged. King. Below is a complete copy paste ready plan plus init and node writes in wiring, I mean, and a high quality prompt you can drop straight into an AI agent or chatbot node. So you see the difference when how you speak to it.
Mm.
It's always gonna is gonna output to you. So you're getting some good tips here. So when you and even when you go into GPTs, let's see, explore again. At the bottom here, of course, if you want to write a book, you could go to writing, productivity, research and analysis, education, lifestyle. There's different things like programming. You want to do HE, there you go. You build a website in no time. Build a website for my property business. Now that was just a real basic prompt, so you'll get something real basic. It's coding your website there. So when this is done, this gives you a modern mobile-friendly property business website. You just need to place property photos in the images folder and replace text with your business info. And they will ask you, do like different steps now. Do you want me to also add a search filter? So it would do it in no time. But I think that this is my free version. So normally you would see run, like run the code, and the actual website is gonna come up. So this is how fast you build a website. Now, you see all the code there?
Mhm.
A website is done. And even worse than that, there's one called Lovable. There's the one I was telling you about, Chris, Hostinger.
Yeah, I've heard of it before, thanks.
Yeah. I'm sure you heard of Lovable before. Okay. So this is how you do it. You come here, new chat. Okay. Give me a prompt for lovable, lovable AI to build a modern website for my property. Okay, so you just obviously this is just basic. So you all would do the God mode and explain exactly what you want and all that, but this is just for illustration purposes. So prompt for lovable AI. You copy this. You go to lovable. You have to sign in. Okay. Skip this. Continue. Okay. So you paste here, scroll down, and you just let Lovable do the magic. This is how fast you build a website these days. So it's just telling you the steps that it's taking over on this side. And when it's all done, you just click this, publish, and it's live. This in here. I'm not sure if I have enough. Basically, you're gonna have to top up tokens and all that. So it takes something called tokens. So you upgrade and you do tokens. This is the technical part. There's a GitHub repository that you could get ideas from other people who upload their stuff to GitHub. But that's might be a bit too technical for some. But you could just build a website, build an app, build anything you feel like building right here. If you want to build something a bit more technical, you use something called Claude Code and Sonnet. That's for more mobile apps and web apps and all these things that are a bit more technical, and that's if you're scaling your business really into multi-millions.
Well, hopefully some of these people will be one day.
Yeah, but this is my comfort zone, so I could go on and on and on and on and on and on and on. But I don't think I have enough tokens. I'm not sure if it's actually doing it. Let me create this for you. Yes, editing, show all. So it's edited this, so this is done. So it's still generating these here. So when all these are done, then you'll be able to preview the website. He's thinking for 1 second, editing again. And you could be doing something else while this building your website instead of going on Fiverr and paying someone and waiting a week, and this would be happening in the background. I'm not actually checking. Oh, there you go. There's my website. There you go.
I just wanted to add, Ron, something similar with Google Gemini.
Yeah.
I gave it my Instagram profile as a sort of idea of what the style should be and what my business is about, and it then went ahead and just created a single page website, which just give me an idea of, I mean, even if you don't want to build a whole site with the AI, it could give you an idea of how you might want it to look.
Yeah.
Quite good.
But like, as you can see, this have more properties than just a one page. So we have home, we have properties, about, and contact. So you could actually list properties in there So they're going to have a back panel where you're going to be able to take down properties, upload properties. So something like Supla or Rightmove. You could add and take out properties. So it's going to have a database connected to the back, not just a website that giving you information.
Hmm.
You see, well, obviously about our mission. This is not me here, but it looks good. So, but obviously, all these things could be edited. You could go change it however you want. Obviously, I haven't given, and these are all the things. These are the things that you need to take into consideration when you're prompting it. You give it your contacts, about information, these things. So all these things could be generated on ChatGPT as well. So you go ChatGPT, I would like, could you give me all the properties that's going to be on a website? I want to do this on the website. Okay, for this section, what do I need to input? Do I need, for the about section, this is what my business is about. Please word it in a way that's professional, that's this, that's that, that God mode, ultra thing kind of thing. You get your prompt, you come here, you put it in, you get that part. Go, you get a prompt, you put it in, and you just work it like that. Whereas AI is simple, but it's just you need to break down the barrier of that AI stuff is so complicated. Just break down that and you see how simple things happening. I just built a website. In how long? In about 3 minutes. Look at that. Functioning website.
This is bonkers.
And this is the least. This is the least. I built an agent for someone 2 weeks ago. So what that agent does, it scrapes Facebook, Instagram, and TikTok for ads in their business space, and it analyzes the ads. It analyzes the ads, and sorry, my kid's just running around in the background. So it analyzes the ads as your competitor, and then spits out suggestions. So it will create the video and say, okay, choose one from these 3 videos, and they would choose one, and then as they choose it, it's gonna post on, it's gonna go to their ad manager, and then they will have to go to the ad manager to put how much ever money they want to spend on the ad or whatever. So it's crazy. There's a lot happening.
Is that
A
something
lot
you
of
put
food
on
for
the,
thought.
oh,
Huh?
sorry.
It's all right. I'm just going to say it's food for thought.
Mm-hmm.
Ron, is that something we can get, or is it something you've done just for your clients?
No, I could send it to, yeah, you could get it. Yeah.
Right, yeah.
What was
Yeah.
I don't want to call it anymore, the AI agent, I guess, that's building those the videos for you without you having to actually speak
In video.
in
There's
video?
a few, the VO3, there's loads. Okay. So ChatGPT is the best starting point in this whole AI thing. So you go to ChatGPT, whatever you're thinking about, okay, I want to generate videos for ads.
Hmm.
You go to ChatGPT and say, list the top 10 AIs that generates videos for this, that. But he lists it for you. You choose from there. It will give you everything. It will give you how much it costs, if it's a free trial, what you could do, blah, blah, blah. ChatGPT will do that for you. Then you go on there. And once it's something you could prompt, there you go, your starting point again, ChatGPT. Could you create a prompt for this? And like I said, The more detailed you are, the better results you're going to get. So take your time. This is the time-consuming part of AI, the prompt. Take your time and instruct it properly, because AI does exactly what you tell it to do and nothing more. It might suggest more, but it wouldn't do more straight away. So the more detailed you are, the better results you get. And remember, ChatGPT is always your starting point. Anything you're thinking of, prompt ChatGPT correctly, or even ask GPT for a prompt for whatever you're thinking about, code mode, ultra think kind of stuff. When you get that, yeah, deep research. There's another one, another prompt called deep research and all that. But yeah.
Awesome. Thank you,
So,
Ron.
so it's a sort of kind of giving it all away, you know.
Cool.
Not magic.
Yeah. How can people get in touch with you if they need want some help with something a bit more?
I'm in the newbie group. My
In the
number's
newbie
there. My number's there. You could drop me a message at any time.
Yeah.
If
Anybody
you're
can
doing
contact me, and I'll pop you in touch with Ron if
you're actually doing something and having a bit of a problem and you want to get a bit of advice quickly on the side, that's
Sorry,
fine.
which group are you in?
Newbie.
Newbie? I don't
Yeah.
know about this newbie group.
in our newbie group. Have you got the list of all the Excel spreadsheets of all the student groups? You must be in one of them to come on this call.
Yeah, I'm in 3 of them.
Yeah. Okay. So have you got the spreadsheet?
No.
Oh, okay. Hang on. Let me just put that in the chat.
So yours truly, yeah, Joanna. I think she's the moderator for that group.
Yeah.
So.
Yes, I am. But yeah, when because I've been in the Wealth Academy for coming up 3 years now. And when I joined, there was so that spreadsheet there that I've just put into the chat is all of the student runner groups. So when I joined, there was just the main Wealth Academy group. I think it was only one at the time as well. And we obviously wanted to be talking to each other about, I went to this great PIN meeting the other day and there was this great speaker and your post would be deleted because you mentioned another training company. And we were like, this is ridiculous. Like, we want to be able to openly talk about this. We don't want to just, we're being instructed to do due diligence on deals, but they're not allowing us to do due diligence on the knowledge. So a few of us, there's a guy called Raul and we pretty much set up all of the groups that exist now. And then other sort of regional area ones have kind of sprung up along the way. And so those groups they're not touched by Touchstone. We try not to let the admins in at all. So we can be open and honest about the training companies that we've gone to. Experience. For example, they won't allow me to host, even mention these talks on the main wealth group because they say I'm training. And I'm like, I'm not, I'm just facilitating somebody else to share their knowledge with other students, but they won't allow me to promote it. So hence all the student groups are there for this kind of thing. But yeah, the newbie group is really for people that have a question that they feel is, I don't know, maybe too basic or something like that to put into the main group that they would feel stupid asking in front of people that have gone, just on my 5,000th property this week, and feel, like they're so far behind because everybody on there is talking about how amazing they're doing. The new group is literally for people that are starting out, although there's a lot of people on there that I know are up and running, but are there to support the newer people, and it's kind of where you feel comfortable to ask those types of questions. So I'm managing that, and I'm organising all of these talks to try and help and bring expertise from other areas, just to try and help people get going, really.
Well, thank you. I shall have a look at that.
Yeah. Drop me a note. You'll get a link from me going, can you prove you're in the Wealth Academy, please? We're all getting very strict.
I'm not a robot, honestly.
Chris, you see how detailed the website is?
Yes.
Schedule of viewing, everything is there.
Yeah,
already.
everything you need. And then you'd probably, that's what concerns me about it initially, that the kind of it might end up being generic, but you've got a really detailed
Hmm.
platform to just, it's all there, isn't it? You just need to edit the details.
That's it.
Yeah,
Presumably
for
you can
free.
with it, can you, Ron? You can
It
speak
won't
back
be for
and
free.
forth.
Pardon?
Sorry, I was just saying, presumably you can chat with it and make
Yeah,
it
yeah.
if you need,
So you
can you?
just if you want to actually speak, like you just go here.
Oh no, sorry, I didn't mean that. I meant basically, can you ask it to edit this or edit that, and
Yeah,
it'll.
yeah, 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 yeah.
Okay.
So you could let's say
Because, like, obviously, for some of us who are starting out, we might not have properties to post on there, but we might want to have like a holding thing or a coming
so
soon image, or so
yeah.
you
So
could ask it to do that.
what would all right, I'm just gonna say the background image here, make it bold instead of
Extravagant.
yeah. I made it back. Oh shoot. I was to put on the home page, but let's see if it's actually clever enough to figure out is the home page I'm actually talking about. I reduce it over to make the background. There you go. Voila, done.
Cool. All right, just conscious of time, everybody.
So anything you want here, you just type it here, and it will do it.
Oh, well, thank you, Ron, and thank you everybody for your questions. I think that's been quite an interesting, thought-provoking chat for everybody. I'm now regretting organizing this as somebody that does build your websites for you in the human way. I do use AI to build them, but I'm obviously helping you from a human perspective. So and sorry, just checking there was no more questions in there. So brilliant. Thank you very much, everybody, for your time. And some upcoming talks. I did send out a link the other day. So we've got Dave's chat about Rent to SA that we had to postpone for last week because his day job got in the way. Is hopefully going to be next week. And then we have Pierre coming on to talk to us about SIPs and SAS. So when you watch the videos from Touchstone, they're kind of like, yeah, just create it. And Pierre has become always like, just take your pensions and put it into the SAS. It's like so simple, and then go and buy some commercial property. It's so simple. And Pierre has become a bit of an expert at that because it's not. So there is a process. There are lots of costs. And things like that. So so you don't want to go from 0 to 100 miles an hour, spend a fortune on getting a SAS managed, and then not be ready to do something with it. So I think that's going to be a very interesting session. And those of you that have not come across Pierre yet, he is a massive character. So that would be a very entertaining talk, I'm sure. And I've got a few more that I'm organising. We've got the lovely Yvette, who's going to be coming along and talking about off-plan. Anybody that's come across her knows she's very, very passionate about off-plans. And who else am I organising? There's a lady I've been chatting to about staging properties. So we're just trying to organise a date for her. And we have another gentleman that courageously sold his family home and has purchased 6 properties so far this year. And
Wow.
he's going to come over and talk to us about his learnings and things that he would recommend doing, recommend not doing, all of that kind of stuff. So so watch the space in the newbie group and the other chats. If you're here, you're in one of the chats, the same groups that I am, so you will see the posts. But you can, if you go to my website, Happy Friday / property talks, you can, at the top, you can sign up for the email that sends you a quick email every time there is a new talk added. So I think that's it for tonight. So thank you all. Have a lovely evening, and I will see you all soon.
Just one more thing. My number's in the chat. That's one. And just a goodbye. Don't be intimidated by it. Go face it head on. And if you have difficulties, drop me a message. Just play with it.
Yeah.
And remember, GPT is your starting point.
For those of you watching the recordings, obviously the chat doesn't come up on the recording. If you need Ron's assistance and you can't find him in the newbie group, then message me and I will pop you in touch. All right, my pleasure, truly. Glad you all enjoyed the session, and I will see you all soon. Lots of love.
Thank you, guys. Really good. Bye.
Thank you.
Bye.
Hey gang, so I just wanted to add a little bit extra to the call that happened last night and just some initial thoughts that I've had following that call. As someone who's worked in digital marketing for almost 20 years, 30 years total in marketing, unbelievably, I started before the internet was a thing. I'm all about adopting new technology, and I think it is great. We just need to make sure that we are not replacing ourselves as humans. We have to remember people buy from people. When we get to the point where we are buying properties from AI, maybe things will change. But at the moment, people are still buying from people. So please do not forget that in your rush to adopt AI and make your life easier. So with regards to using chatbots, make sure you do it yourself, as in like have those conversations with clients first before you jump into AI. So figuring out what your clients want, what their concerns are and what their objections are and how you answer it. Because what you don't want is for a chatbot to build up quite a good relationship with your client. And then actually when they come to talk to you, you sound like a bit of a numpty because you don't really know how to answer it, because AI can, let's face it, sound a bit more intelligent than us sometimes. So, build your marketing chops on your own business before you hand it over to AI. However, AI, things like this is great for, if you're giving away a free guide or something like that and speed is of the essence, then it's absolutely amazing. And then you pick it up after that when someone says, yes, I'm interested in finding out more. So there are some examples where it's good, but where someone says, I'd like to find out more about your business, unless you're getting hundreds and hundreds of inquiries and you physically cannot cope with them, I would always recommend that you personally respond. From an operations perspective, I think those of you that saw my using AI for social media talk a couple of weeks ago will probably heard me say getting the make.com process to post my social media posts to Facebook and Instagram every other day is actually proving more effort than doing it myself. And I'm using a developer to do this because it was just a bit beyond me, and I feel I'm pretty technologically advanced and I couldn't figure out how to do it. So there are great things about AI and things like ChatGPT and asking questions and getting to the bottom of things. Absolutely. Sometimes the workflows, I think, don't really help. But give it a go and you can make the call as to whether the effort is worth the result. And then finally, with regard to tenants and guests, absolutely using an AI bot to give your tenants and guests a quick response. So I think the example in the chat that Ron used was if there was a burst pipe, then the bot being able to respond and saying, great, can you quickly go and under the sink, and there's a lever just on the right hand side, can you pull it down to the 90-degree angle, and that will turn the water off so that there's no damage. Having that quick response is great at 2 o'clock in the morning when you're asleep. Would you like me to get a plumber out to you now or next day? Next day is fine. Great. Okay. Those kinds of things is wonderful. However, make sure that you do pick up that, how we deal with our tenants and especially our SA guests in times of a water leak, a power outage, or some challenge that they're having. Will definitely help you with reviews and from your guests and maintaining your tenants. And let's face it, how often are you annoyed when, if you're on a website and you're trying to find an answer from their service bot, and you're just getting stuck in a loop. Personally, I find sometimes I'm just like screaming at it to like, how do I get to a human, please? So just remember those and just make sure that you don't lose that human touch. Use it to take a bit of the grunt work and then just check in with your tenants and guests that they're happy with the response. Right, okay. Before I let you guys go, just wanted to just remind you, hi, I'm Joanna. I run a marketing strategy and design business called Happy Friday, and I am here to help you guys. So those of you that maybe don't want to use an AI tool to build a website, I've tried it a few times. It's not as simple as it looks. It's actually can be quite annoying, especially if you've got something very specific in mind, but also if you want to stand out from the crowd, because AI will just reproduce the same thing over and over. So if you are unsure what marketing is required for your strategy, I am here to help. I can help you figure that out, because not all strategies need all channels, so I can help focus you. I'm here to help create your logo and business branding. So if using the AI design tools aren't getting you what you want, or you think your logo just looks like everybody else's, and want something a bit different, I'm here to help. Again, with your business card design, leaflet designs, working out exactly what to say can be quite tricky. Even, yes, I use ChatGPT to create some of my copy. And we still go around 3 or 4 versions before we get to the right version, because I think they oversimplify things sometimes, or there are things that they just don't consider. Every now and again, ChatGPT will say to me, "That's an amazing angle," or I hadn't considered that. Let me add that in for you. So AI is still learning. Humans do still have the edge. And I'm also here to help you with your website copy, design, and build, your social media strategy, helping you to come up with your social media content, and then everything to do with managing your ongoing client relationships. So things like investor or landlord packs, or even email automations, which I forgot to put on here. I have 2 services, so done with you. So if you want to use AI to generate some things, or design it yourself the old-fashioned way, but you're not quite happy with it, then please do come through to me, and then I can help you perfect that. So it's slightly cheaper even than the done for you version, which is the traditional sort of marketing route. And please feel free to book yourself in for a free 30-minute chat. Just scan that QR code. It takes you to one of my web pages where there is a link to my Calendly, and you can just book yourself in, and I'm happy to have a chat anytime you like. We have got some calls coming up. I did mention them on the call, but just a reminder of dates and times. So we've got Rent to SA, what it's really like with Dave. Hopefully his day job doesn't get in the way again. On Wednesday the 24th at 7 p.m. And then the lovely Pierre is going to be talking to us about SIPs and SAS on Thursday the 16th. So a bit of a change there from the Wednesday. He has babysitting duties for his granddaughter on a Wednesday. So we definitely wanted to accommodate that. So he will be doing that chat on Thursday. There's a few other talks, as I mentioned in the video, that I'm working at the moment, and details will be up soon. All right, lovely people. Thank you so much. Again, big thank you to Ron for his time. And I look forward to seeing you all soon. Hopefully some of you on a free 30-minute chat. All right, take care. Bye-bye.